This is why Nicki Minaj looks like such a bad person. Points. Because she's defending her position from the position of being the winner.
This is crazy to say, but Nicki Minaj has been a target again at her own home. The news just broke out about this man that decided to trespass.
Maybe I'm tripping, but what are the odds that the woman who Nicki Minaj and the woman who up Rihanna's house look alike?
Nicki Minaj just became the target of another break-in attempt when a man tried to infiltrate her property during nighttime hours. Now 50 Cent is drawing parallels between this event and the terrifying situation involving gunfire at Rihanna's residence. If you listen carefully to 50's recent statements, it appears he's suggesting Jay-Z and Roc Nation could be orchestrating these incidents. This aligns with what Nicki's been shouting about for the past several months. Both women have Roc Nation connections. Rihanna remains under their management contract, while Nicki fought that massive title equity dispute, claiming Jay-Z is withholding more than $100 million from her. And 50, he's been sounding alarms about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Roc Nation for a quarter century. So we're breaking down all these links. We'll explore why 50 Cent continues backing Nicki while everyone else in the business abandoned her. What insider knowledge does he possess about Roc Nation that remains hidden from public view? And why are growing numbers of observers fearing Nicki might be the next target following Rihanna's ordeal?
I love Nicki. I love Nicki. She's from...
On April 1st, authorities apprehended Leland Adams at Nicki Minaj's Calabasas estate. Surveillance footage captured him wandering through her yard, not simply lingering near the entrance or passing by on public walkways. This individual had penetrated the property boundaries and was moving freely around the grounds. Security personnel instructed him to depart, and he completely disregarded their commands. They were forced to physically restrain him until sheriff's deputies arrived on scene. The timing raises eyebrows since his arrest occurred on the exact date Nicki planned to drop her album. The situation becomes even more suspicious from here. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department informed NBC that Adams had previous arrest history in the Calabasas vicinity. Specifically, officers detained him merely 5 days prior to this incident at Nicki's residence. But authorities released him. Almost instantly afterward, he's back. This time, he's trespassing directly onto Nicki's actual grounds. When someone faces arrest in an affluent community, gets released, and immediately violates a celebrity's property boundaries, this suggests either someone unafraid of consequences or someone with a mission to fulfill. Something the mainstream media didn't report, but industry insiders are discussing. Immediately following this man's arrest outside Nicki's property, 50 Cent allegedly contacted her privately offering assistance. This detail carries significant weight. 50 has been issuing warnings about Jay-Z for multiple decades. This started long before criticizing him became popular or acceptable. He's exposed the industry's political machinery, the strategic manipulation, how Roc Nation controls public perception, and eliminates anyone who challenges their authority. Don't forget 50 even stated that Jay-Z attempted to prevent his Super Bowl performance alongside Dr. Dre purely because 50 dared to oppose him in public forums.
Yeah, he was hating because he was saying the NFL had an issue with me when I got 11 professional sports teams now that I'm the official champagne and cognac of. And where's the hate there? Like, I don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you said that there was an issue.
This mirrors exactly what Nicki's been claiming all along. She also stated they were literally attempting to cause harm to her and her loved ones, yet social media labeled her paranoid and unstable. This recent trespassing situation isn't a standalone occurrence. Nicki has experienced swatting attacks for years now, and I'm talking about repeated incidents. During June 2023, someone contacted Child Protective Services, claiming Nicki's 2-year-old son faced mistreatment, and law enforcement descended on her home while she was present with her child. 1 month following that, someone dialed 911, reporting they had visited Nicki's residence. Once again, she was home with her family and officers surrounded the premises. The next development is genuinely disturbing. Law enforcement actually identified who placed that second call, a woman named Stephanie Bell. She ultimately faced 2 charges for filing false emergency reports, and Nicki addressed it on her social platforms. She identified her by name and mentioned a warrant existed in the system. Take another look at that woman's photograph. Doesn't her appearance bear striking resemblance to the woman who fired shots at Rihanna's property? Whether Rihanna's or Tory's. Numerous fans across the internet have been noting the physical similarities.
Maybe I'm tripping, but what are the odds that the woman who Nicki Minaj and the woman who up Rihanna's house look alike? Maybe I'm tripping, but what are the odds that the woman who Nicki Minaj and the woman who up Rihanna's house look alike? Maybe I'm tripping, But what are the odds that the woman who Nicki Minaj and the woman who up Rihanna's house look alike? I could be tripping, but that is very much odd.
We're not stating definitively this is one person, but the reality that both Rihanna and Nicki faced targeting through similar methods doesn't appear coincidental. Examining these two individuals, Stephanie Bell and Ivana Ortiz, they match a particular pattern. Both female, both seemingly operating independently, both allegedly harboring personal complaints that somehow drove them to attack one of entertainment's biggest stars. What are the mathematical probabilities of both Nicki and Rihanna becoming victims of unconnected women carrying criminal histories with nothing left to risk? Also, those swatting episodes Nicki reported during 2023 didn't conclude there. In April 2025, another swatting call came through. This instance, someone contacted the sheriff's business telephone line, not emergency services, claiming a black woman had entered Nicki's property, and two individuals remained on scene. Law enforcement rushed to the location, encircled the residence, and discovered absolutely zero evidence. Here's Nicki's statement regarding all these events. In November 2025, she posted on X platform that her residence had been swatted on multiple occasions with her young child present inside, and 20 armed officers had weapons drawn aimed toward her house. While she avoided mentioning specific names that instance, we understand she's been indicating Roc Nation for considerable time. Back during July 2025, Nicki went on X stating Jay-Z owes her between $100 and $200 million, stemming from her equity position in Tidal. In 2015, Nicki joined approximately 15 artists who received a 3% ownership stake when Tidal launched. But when Jack Dorsey's Square purchased Tidal during 2021 for $302 million, Nicki claims she received only a $1 million offer for her portion. She then tagged Jay-Z directly and instructed him to contact her to resolve what she termed his karmic obligation. Nicki didn't end there. She also began exposing Desiree Perez, Roc Nation's CEO. For those unfamiliar with Desiree, she's essentially Jay-Z's most trusted associate. She's been leading Roc Nation since 2019 and previously served as one of his closest business allies for years. Yet Desiree carries a questionable background. In 1994, Desiree faced arrest for participation in a massive substance trafficking operation. Documentation shows she was apprehended with 35 kilograms of that white powder, and reportedly, she negotiated terms with federal prosecutors to become a government informant, even wearing recording devices to assist the DEA in capturing her former associates. By cooperating and providing testimony against others, she escaped extended incarceration and eventually climbed to become a premier music industry executive. Subsequently, years later, during his final day holding office in January 2021, Trump issued Desiree a complete pardon for the decades-old conviction. Desiree alleges that Desiree leveraged her connections to have her institutionalized and compensated doctors to portray her as mentally unstable, all because Desiree supposedly disapproved of her daughter's interracial relationship. So Nicki jumped on X and demonstrated solidarity with Desiree, drawing comparisons to her own circumstances, and posting "Remember the 3 instances my residence was swatted," claiming a man in the household had "Does this not all resonate with what occurred and continues occurring to me?" Isn't it curious how they have all the attack dogs deploying their coded language now against me? Unhinged, mentally compromised, the identical terminology she applied about her daughter. Desiree, I'm not your offspring, you foolish, fixated individual. You're wishing and praying all the facts don't surface, correct? Your time is finished. The crucial point is Nicki isn't making baseless allegations. She's been extremely precise regarding identities, timelines, and financial figures. She's identified Jay-Z, she's identified Desiree Perez, she's exposed their commercial transactions, their legal complications, and even the Trump clemency that Desiree obtained. Also during July 2025, Nicki composed "So Let Me Understand This Correctly." Your so-called black savior Jay-Z employs a Hispanic CEO who received pardon from President Trump? Fascinating. So does that indicate Desiree isn't a Democrat? Black community, I thought you all despised every Trump supporter. Hold on, did Jay-Z ever advocate for Kamala? He's too important to speak out supporting his party? Or was it never his party? Is it exclusively about who can advantage him and Desiree at any given moment? Oh, Black community, it appears the Jigaman and Desiree deceived you all yet again. So when a trespasser appears at Nicki's entrance, following her direct accusations that Jay-Z and Roc Nation committed fraud and corruption, you must question yourself, is that chance? Or is that what payback resembles when you publicly accuse the music industry's most powerful figures of owing you $200 million? Returning to the Rihanna situation, here's another remarkable coincidence. The woman who fired shots at Rihanna's residence, Ivana Ortiz, maintains an active legal case against Live Nation, the corporation that owns Roc Nation. So you've got two of entertainment's biggest female performers, both linked to Roc Nation. Rihanna created distance from Jay-Z and appears she has zero desire remaining part of the business anymore. Meanwhile, Nicki has been declaring for years that Roc Nation poses danger and will attempt harming her. And now, within a 3-week time frame of one another, Rihanna gets her residence shot at by a woman holding a lawsuit against Live Nation, and Nicki gets a trespasser outside her entrance, who faced arrest in the identical neighborhood just 5 days prior, and then got released. Is it genuinely chance? Share your perspective with me. Do you believe these two situations are linked? Did they dispatch that man to threaten Nicki because she's been so outspoken regarding Jay-Z and Roc Nation? Leave your analysis in the comments and remain watching for the upcoming video.